Hi friends, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag, which my friend Skylar tagged me in, and it's just a bunch of questions and I'm gonna answer them. You know how this works, it's a tag. I've done this before. The first question is the best book you've read in 2020, and that undoubtedly goes to The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. It was so good. I read it like 3 weeks ago and I still don't have the proper words necessary in order to be able to talk about it coherently. It was just such a good book and it moved me, and I had never seen myself so starkly like reflected in a book before, and it was everything I didn't know I needed, and it was just fantastic. Question 2 is the best sequel you've read in 2020 so far. I've only read 2 sequels in 2020, and City of Ashes is by far the best one that I've read. I've read 2 sequels. I've read The Forbidden Game, The Chase, and I've read City of Ashes, and out of the 2, this one was definitely way better. I liked City of Ashes much more than I liked City of Bones. That's for sure. And this also makes a nice little segue into reminding you that this Saturday, June 20th, is our City of Bones live show, which will be hosted on Yesenia's channel. Question number 3 is a new release that you haven't read yet but want to. That definitely goes to Cemetery Boys. I am so excited to read this book, and I am so intrigued by the concept, and I am so ready to get my hands on a copy as soon as it's released. Question number 4, most anticipated release for the second half of 2020. Midnight Sun, question mark? I don't know if I'm per se excited about this, or if I'm anticipating it, or I'm just like, I don't know what I am about this book. It's just, I'm looking forward to it and I'm gonna read it. It's probably gonna be terrible, but I'm here for it. It's gonna be a thing that happens. It's gonna be a journey that we all go on together. Yeah. Question number 5, biggest disappointment. That goes to The Forbidden Game, The Chase. It is the follow-up to The Hunter, and honestly, The Hunter was so good. It was, I think I gave it like 4 stars, and then The Chase was just the biggest letdown. Not only as a standalone book, but like as a sequel. It was so boring. Nothing happened. The only thing that happened was like in the last 50 pages, and it just came out of nowhere. It was just not good. It wasn't a good sequel, and I was expecting much more from it because The Hunter was so good. But yeah, it was definitely a letdown. Question 6, the biggest surprise, undoubtedly goes to the Honeymooners, which I don't currently have with me because my friend Julia is reading it. It was so good. I wasn't expecting to love this book as much as I loved it. It was a gift from a friend, and whenever friends give me books, I make an effort to read them and to try to enjoy them as much as I can, and to find at least one thing that I love about them. But with this book, I didn't even have to try. It was just so good. I sort of read it, but sort of also listened to the audiobook, and I loved it. I loved it. It was so good. I was enthralled the entire time. The enemies to lovers storyline was amazing. I was so surprised at how much I actually loved this book. So yeah, that was my biggest surprise of 2020 so far. Question 7, favorite new author, debut, or new to you? And that undoubtedly goes to Elizabeth Acevedo. So far I've listened to The Poet X, and I've listened to Clap When You Land, and I am obsessed with her work. It is so good, the way that she both writes and just the storylines that she employs. Everything is like about Latinidad, and like I am all about it. It's so good. Her work is so good, and I am in love. Like, she has a new lifelong reader because I will basically read whatever she publishes. She could give me her grocery list to read and I'd probably read that too. Question 8, newest fictional crush. So I think this goes to Julian from The Forbidden Game, because I love a bad boy and I love a morally gray character and a villain. That's no secret. And I think also it goes to Asher Fleet from the Library of Lost Things. He was just a good, wholesome, cute man, and I loved him, and he read a lot, and he would go to the bookstore to see Darcy, and he would sit down and read just because he wanted to see Darcy. So yeah, I love that man. Number 9, newest favorite character. I think that definitely goes to Nick and Charlie from Heartstopper. I recently read the books like 2 weeks ago, something like that, and I adore them. I think they're the cutest, and yeah, I love them as characters in general, and I can't wait to read more about them. Question 10, book that made you cry. That definitely goes to The Song of Achilles. I have such a weird relationship with this book because throughout most of it I wasn't all that like enthralled by it, but then towards the last like 5 chapters, man, I was bawling my eyes out. Honestly, I gave it a 4 just because of how much it made me cry and made me feel. Because it's been a long time since a book has made me cry quite this much. It was something. Yeah, so this thing made me bawl. Question 11, book that made you happy. Heartstopper, for sure. I read both of these in like within a day of each other, and they were both so cute and so wholesome, and I love them. They make me so happy. They made my heart happy and full of joy and happiness in general. You know, they were just a great read. You know, I can't coherently speak about most things these days, and my happiness about a book is one of them, so there you go. Question 12, most beautiful book that you've bought this year or received, and that goes to this beauty, El Amor en los Tiempos de Cólera. So this is a beautiful anniversary edition from this book, which is also illustrated, and I'm gonna show you. First of all, just the cover is beautiful, and the inside cover, look at that, look at that, and look at that. Look at that beautiful illustration right there. Like, see that? I think this is it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I love it so much. And the thing is that I bought it at Costco of all places. Question 13. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? You know, I have a whole video centered around all the books that I have to read by the end of the year, but some of those are Frankenstein, The Book Thief, and Turtles All the Way Down, just to name 3. And the last question is number 14, favorite members of the book community, and that goes to Skylar, who tagged me in this, Taylor from Taylor Mackenzie Reads, Yesenia, and Sammy from Bookish Sammy. Those 4 ladies make me laugh so much. It is ridiculous. And as for Taylor, Sammy, and Yesenia, y'all are tagged in this now. I expect to see your videos soon. That has been my mid-year book freakout tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for spending this time with me. Like and subscribe if you want to. Leave all your thoughts on the books that I have shown you, all the things that I have said. Come fight me in the comments. And I will see you next time. Okay, bye.